Just wanted to start off talking about the height advantage Duke has over y'all. Kind of showed today in both the rebounding and the points in the paint. Um, how difficult it is to manage going against a team that just has that much length and size.
Yeah, I mean they're a good team and they move the ball well and they know how to use their size, right? So they do a really nice job sealing and looking for the high-low off the on-ball screen action and uh, we knew that that was coming, but it seemed like we still couldn't really combat it because when we did try to really protect the house inside, they ended up spraying it out and hitting some key threes against us. So we were a little just at a disadvantage from the jump and then in a little bit of foul trouble. And, with our injuries and the things that we're dealing with, it made for kind of an ugly game.
And I still want to talk about the fast break points. Duke had 12 in the first quarter, kind of helped them go on that early run to stretch out their lead. Moving forward, how do you keep a team from getting out and running like that?
Yeah, that's what we talked about. I think that first quarter, we looked like we didn't work on the things that we worked on leading into this game, right? Because transition and transition defense were one of the keys to us being able to keep the game within reason. And we did a very poor job of matching up and communicating in transition defense. So I thought that we did a better job as the game went on and as the stats show. That we did a better job communicating in transition defense and stopping their rim runner before they got to the paint and trying to show our physicality a little bit sooner. Again, because we didn't crash as many people, so we could get back. But in that first quarter, we were not only not getting any offensive rebounds, we also weren't stopping them in transition defense, which was a recipe for like a 15-point deficit going out of that first quarter. So we tried to make some, basically stick to the game plan after that, and they did a little bit better. But Duke is a really solid team, and they showed why I think they had a really hard schedule leading into conference play, and I think they're going to do a really good job within conference play with the way they play defense. They do a nice job.
Yeah, kind of moving on to talking about Duke playing defense. Zero assists in the first half, a lot
Yeah.
of sort of shots from outside, just kind of what went wrong offensively that led
Yeah,
to
offensively, I
that.
thought, they went from being a hard hedge team to a switching team and that against us, which is probably a good thing to do because we're all sort of the same size of player. And I thought we got open for some good looks, but we were rushing them. So it was just a matter of us just settling down and letting the offense come to us a little bit better. And then still with the way they deny one pass away, reading the back cuts, but we weren't really cutting it all to the basket in that first couple quarters, which I thought we got a little bit better at as the game went on. But initially we were all trying to play along the perimeter and they were switching, so like nobody was really open. And that was a frustrating way to play basketball.
Yeah. Alan just asked me about a positive from the day. Jocelyn Greer's struggled with efficiency at some points this season, but shot 50% from the field today, had 13 points, which is one shy of her career high. What can you say about the development from the freshman this year?
Yeah, I thought, and some of the shots she hit were very poised. Coming off the dribble, she brought the ball up a couple times, and I think that she can really grow from this game, and hopefully this game, although it was a blowout, I think in her case, I hope it builds a little bit of confidence for her.